What up, fam? Hey, it's Thursday. We made it to Thursday. The week is going by pretty fast. Today's gonna be hectic, but we're gonna knock it out. We're gonna make it happen. Fam, look. Fam, I'm sorry that in a lot of my videos, it always seems like I'm bringing you kind of downers, right? And I don't want you to see it that way. I want you to see it as the good book coming to life just as it said it would. Let's tap in. I really want you to understand where we're at, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Just over the last week, the speed and pace of events that are exponentially speeding up and happening is crazy. It is crazy. Okay, so look. Last night, we got a 12 o'clock tweet. 12 a.m. Our president, T-Man. Fam, you cannot make this up. When did we... I don't know. So basically it was a back and forth between Russia and India. Just tweets. And to sum it up, we basically said, forget Russia. Their economy's failing. They don't even have enough money to continue the war. And forget India because their tariffs are too high. We don't trade with them anyways. So forget Russia and forget India. The both of them can go do whatever they want to do. You can look it up. It's Trump's tweets from 12 o'clock, right? We don't worry about them anyways. We don't even trade with them. Fam, we cannot have an isolationist agenda. We still need India, our second largest medications manufacturer. All of our pharmaceuticals, everything, we just don't need them anymore. And we're already bumping heads with China. Okay, Russia. So after that tweet, Medvedev, former president, still in politics, comes back and he's been talking spicy. He comes back and says, hey, Trump, you really need to watch your words. You're not talking to Iran, you're talking to Russia. And you need to be careful. Fam, look, these are tweets. These aren't even like diplomatic channels that they're going through to communicate. And it's not even like behind the scenes. They're just throwing this stuff out here like it's a social media beef. Okay, so then Medvedev taps in and he says, you need to be careful. And then Lindsey Graham chimes in. And then Lindsey Graham says, you know, some Yahoo cowboy stuff. And he says, hey, look, you guys are going to find out the hard way that Trump's not Biden. And you really don't want that. What are we talking about? Look, the 50-day ultimatum got chopped down to 10, 12 days. I believe old T-Man's giving a speech August 9th. I don't know what it's gonna be, but it's a speech to the, you know, to the people of the United States. What's supposed to happen in the ultimatum, for those who don't know, it's supposed to be a 100% tariff for anyone who trades with Russia, which supposedly should collapse their economy. Russia is not flinching. Fam, this is the second largest superpower on the planet. They might even have more nuclear weapons than us. What are we gonna do? It's called MAD, mutually assured destruction. But look, okay, so with that aside, that's just where we're at, fam. Now let me tell you what's been going on. For those who think everything's good, happy-go-lucky, no big deal, no problems, let me just tell you what I'm tracking. I know the sun. This evening, if I can remember, I'll move my camera over to a different side. But this is what I'm tracking. I actually have to write this down because there is so much. Oh. And then, just after the 12 o'clock tweet, there was articles that started to pop up stating that Donald Trump is proposing and willing to implement a privatized medical tracking system. Privatized for tech companies. This ain't for your insurance. This ain't for this ain't for Social Security. This ain't for unemployment, disability. This ain't for any of that stuff. This is for tech companies to be able to track your medical issues, diabetes, cancer, whatever ailments it is that you have. They want to track it, fam. This is all connected. Look, everything is going digital. digital. Everything is going digital. Everything from money to identification to the way we pay for things to communications. Everything is going digital. Look. Okay, let's keep this going. Earthquakes. What did the good book say about earthquakes? So look, the thing with Russia, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I was talking to Casey Lilhour. The thing with Russia, I seriously do believe that it may have been a small testing of the Poseidon, the nuclear powered torpedo that just travels at the bottom of the ocean, waiting to get the signal to explode and create a massive tsunami that's supposedly supposed to take out the coast with radioactive tsunamis. I think it may have been a test of a small one. I could be wrong. We're in a weird time period, fam. Look, and this isn't me. This is news channels and Harvard scientists who say that there's the possibility of a hostile alien ship coming to the world in November. Fallen angels much? Returning to gods much? I don't, huh? Okay. Earthquakes. Yellowstone. Animals are doing weird things in Yellowstone. Tsunamis. The whole Pacific was on a tsunami watch. Earthquakes have been waking up like crazy. What else we got? Ring of Fire, digital everything, aliens coming. Look. The world economy, believe it or not, is collapsing. Slowly, but it is collapsing. This isolationist agenda, these trade wars are gonna lead to kinetic wars. And then just with that, we got wars and rumors of wars like never before, fam. We are actually moving from the proxy war with UKR and Russia to literally us versus them. NATO versus them. You cannot make this up, fam. And look, we the people we just chilling. We just watching it all unfold. And then on another note, just right here, there's funding for massive detention centers to be built around this country. And while we still got all these people cheering, yeah, let's do it. Let's get them. Let's do it. Just remember that these detention centers at some point will be for you. Once they get out, everybody they need to get out. What's going to happen with those detention centers then? Are they just going to sit empty? I don't think so. This is everything the good book talks about. Even with the weird alien stuff, all of it. And it seems like it's all just ratcheted up and caught fire like within the last 2 weeks. And look at where we're at right now, fam. Y'all be safe. Look, I'm gonna post a link. Look, God gives me stuff that I need when I need to get it. And there's this homeless guy in Los Angeles that I've been watching now. He is liberal. There may be a little mental stuff going on. He lives in his van. But this morning I'm watching him, he's talking about climatizing his body. Getting used to sleeping in heat. Hardening his body to deal with the changes in weather. Because he's expecting that things may get worse for him. His whole thing is to make it to the wondrous, fruitful Section 8. Yeah, you gotta, mental health is a serious problem with these homeless people. But later on today, I'm gonna post a link to it because I think what he has to say is really, really interesting. And then there's another YouTuber that I've watched for years, Lead Farmer 73. He is talking about a family-sized tent that he believes every family should have in case you need to pack up your family. And he doesn't say bug out because he's a farming channel. He talks about preparedness a lot, but a family-sized tent that you can pack up and your family can live in for up to a year if they absolutely have to. Fam, I take any information that's being thrown at me, the information that's been given to me, and it is telling me, without a doubt, to prepare, and that hard times are coming. And it's better to prepare now than when you're behind the ball and you have to. All right, I'm going back to work, fam. This Thursday, tomorrow Friday, it's payday. You know what I'm saying? We're going to pay these bills and chill for our 2 days and get right back at it. Things are changing, fam. I love y'all. Y'all be safe. And I don't want this to be a fear-mongering video. I want this to be like a wake-up call, or just like a what is it? Like a come on and let's get it type deal. I know y'all working on it already. Peace out.